Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the trio of Porsche tanks in World of Tanks Blitz. Now, out of all the companies in World War II, you would not expect Ferdinand Porsche to be making tank engines, but that is exactly what he did, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, this actually does have quite a bit of history going into it. The first vehicle we have here is the VK30OP. Now, this is the Tier 6 German medium tank, and obviously the P stands for Porsche. You make your way into the Tiger P as well, carrying a Porsche engine. The Tiger P was the start of a feud between Porsche and Heinrich, I think the guy's name was. Pretty much, Porsche wanted to have his main Tiger as the fighting tank for the front line of the German army, but Heinrich also wanted his design, the more commonly known Tiger, to be also used in the front line as the main battle tank for Germany. So both of them went into a series of tests, and ultimately the Tiger P was the loser because the engine was just absolutely terrible for the drivetrain, and yeah, Porsche didn't like that too much. So then they used what was the Tiger P chassis that Porsche made and turned them into the Ferdinand. Now, while I do love the Ferdinand in World of Tanks Blitz, I would hate to be a German tank commander in World War II in this vehicle because, to what I'm aware, the only Ferdinands that survived were because they broke down trying to get into the battle. The actual battles with Ferdinands were so brutal that I think every single one that actually was fighting was destroyed. They were terrible. And the reason for that being was, first of all, the engine was massively underpowered for the tank that it was in. This vehicle weighed a huge amount, especially after they got Tiger P chassis and then they put more armor on them to mount a much larger gun. Not only did they do that, but as well, because it carried a much larger armament and the tank weighed more, it was much slower. So they were much easier to take out, flank, especially with the massive swarm of T-34s. Yeah, the Ferdinand wasn't the best vehicle. In fact, it was probably the worst tank you could use in World War II, maybe up there with the M3 Lee. You'd be sentenced pretty much to death if you were in this tank. And yeah, that says a lot because Germany usually built some of the best tanks in World War II. The 8.8 centimeter was arguably the best gun ever for the war. It just absolutely smashed through Allied forces. Yeah, that was a pretty dang good thing for at least Germany, not for the Allies. But yeah, Ferdinand, I can't really say too much about on that end. But I do actually really like this tank. It's got some really good things going for it. One of them is the gun. It carries a very, very strong gun at that, and yeah, it's capable of ripping. I don't know what to say about that there. Okay, let's try this again. Wargaming, would I please get penetration onto T-34 too? Boop! There you go. Nice pen onto him. Nice old 400 tap as well. Now, I don't know where the entirety of the enemy team is sitting, but obviously I got to be a little bit careful. We got the T-34 who's backing up in a hurry, which is, oh, 49. Let's not miss the HE this time. What? How did that? Okay, you know what? You know what, Wargaming? We're just going to back up here. This T-34 is not the most skilled players. That's all I can say. Let's poke this. I don't even care if the guy pens me. I just want to get a connecting HE. There you go. Finally, getting an HE onto that T-49. That's what I'm talking about. And that's where that fantastic gun does come into play. The HE is very, very deadly, especially if you manage to actually land your shots. Imagine that, Droodles, hitting your shots. Haha. Okay, let's keep pushing on forwards here. So the T-34 is pretty dang low on health, but ignoring the T-34, we've got other vehicles over here. Lorraine, that was possibly the saddest shot I've ever seen. Oh my god, not as sad as that, I take it back, but no, the Lorraine actually missed another shell. I don't even know how it's possible the Lorraine could be that bad, but I don't know. He missed another shot. Alright, let's get a nice tap into you, though. Nice shots coming out from the Ferdinand overall. Let's hopefully get a bounce from the T-32. While this tank doesn't have the most armor in the game, it still does have strong enough armor to get decent bounces, especially from vehicles like the Nameless. You will chunk a couple shells every now and then from the armor. Now let's put on our adrenaline, see if we can get a nice tap into the T-32. There you go, 457, and with that, not a bad game. 2,694 damage for the first battle in this tank. And that's kind of how the Ferdinand is. It actually has a huge chunk of hit points going for it at 1,484, which gives you the ability to tank in a lot of shells. Imagine a tank tanking shells. But for a tank destroyer, having that many hit points is very rare. So that's great. You have the ability to take a lot of shells and deal massive chunks of damage back with its 460 alpha gun. That is the first great thing about the Ferdinand as well. It's decently accurate. accurate. It's got great gun depression sitting at 8 degrees, great gun elevation. It's got a flexible gun arc on both degrees, I think 12 to the left and 12 to the right. So because of that, it really is a very flexible tank, and I personally do really enjoy playing the Ferdinand. A lot of people like to say the Jagdpanther 2 is better. I honestly don't say that too much, because the Jagdpanther 2 is a very different playstyle. But now, we're going to try the VK30-01P. Now, I don't have this vehicle equipped at all, so I don't really know what to expect about it. All I know is that this carries the VK30-02D gun, which is also not the best vehicle. This is kind of like, imagine getting a Tiger 1, but taking every single bit of armor off of it. Well, there you go. That's the VK30. Like, this thing does have some armor, but at the same time, it really doesn't have any. It's got a decent gun. It's capable of dealing 220 damage per shot. For a tier 6 medium, that's pretty solid. That means I'm out trading vehicles like the Agent, the ARL. Well, actually, that's not the ARL. That's the Eraser, so I'm not going to out-trade that. But we are out-trading pretty much any tier 6 medium you go up against. This thing's easily out-trading, which is great. And while the penetration's not the best, for it being a tier 6 vehicle, it's not bad. It's able to penetrate most of the opponents it goes up against. You can see it's decently quick, so, yeah, we're going to see what we can do here. Nice drawn, huh? Yes, this is, my skilled team, as you can see, everybody. Oh, boy, I am worried already. So we got the Triumphant over here. He's going to be triumphantly going back into the garage if he pokes this. Huh. Oh, my God. I don't know what to say about that. That's probably the Agent that just shot me, but what do you mean, wow, BS? I even let it up. Get like an MLG. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, come on, Tiger. Let's spot this guy. There he is. There's this stupid Agent. I knew he was going to be there. I at least knew that the Agent was the one that shot me. So there you go. One nice shot chunked into him. Let's reload here again, and maybe we'll get another one out. Oh, okay. Apparently, they just can't get spotted. What even is... I'm very confused on why they're not getting spotted there. It's not like this thing has that... Well, I guess it does. Apparently, it has terrible view range. I am wrong, and I should just shut my mouth. Yes. This skill is real. Let's aim an HE on the side of you. Oh, that HE chunked a huge damper in his fun. Oh, baby. That is, again, where this tank is pretty nice, is the alpha. Being able to just roll somebody for a huge chunk of their HP feels pretty good. Like, one shell from our tank, and we take off a pretty big splather of that Lowe's over there. Now, obviously, they do have an SU-152, and SUs are not in my forte of tanks I want to play with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully have this T-34-100 hold off this SU while I flank. That way I can get behind him and get some nice shells out. We got the Lowe's over here. Let's aim it on his turret. Come on, and boop. There you go. Nice shot in the U, and then we back up. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, you're going to annoy me, so let's get another nice tap into you. You are a gunner. Then we got the SU off to the side. Okay, this SU is obviously not extremely skilled, because... I don't know why he's not facing the front, but don't block me. Please don't block me. Please don't block me. Thank you. Okay. But, yeah, we're probably not going to be winning this game. Sadly, our team is not very AO, and even though we did a pretty solid job this game, yeah, the team would like to disagree. Let's back up here. Come on, 34-100. Tank the shots like a beast. I believe in you. Okay, that's an IS-2. I did get a nice shot out into him, but, yeah. I doubt I'm going to be getting many more outs. Come on, and fire! Take that, you butt! Okay. Oh, you're dead. What do I have to say about this game? Not good. That's what I have to say about this game. To be fair, we did do over 3,000 damage, and even with that ammo rack, we still probably would have done well. But as you saw at the beginning, just reading that comment from my teammate, yeah. So 3,239 damage, not bad for a tier 6 vehicle. Can't complain, but can complain about my team. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. This was just a little bit of brief history about the Tiger, Porsche, and everything else like that in the German tech tree. I just think it's pretty cool to talk about history as well, tanks at the same time. So, yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.